hurt?
Shit. I mean, we were the number one team in the country,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like on accident. You had, you know, guards, not including you and myself, of Kyrie Irving, number one pick, Nolan Smith, All American, national champ,
Mm-hmm.
Seth Curry, All American.
Yeah.
He was on the national championship team. Practicing. He wasn't playing, but he was a part of that team, part of that group.
Yep.
Um,
Kicking our ass every day.
like getting buckets.
Yeah.
You have Kyle Singler, who was a hybrid who can come down with the guards or um, go down there and bang with the bigs inside out. Him and Gordon Hayward at the time, you
Mm-hmm.
kind of put them at the same level as far as guys that are tough and consistent and reliable. And then you got the Plumlee brothers, Miles and
Mm-hmm.
Mason. At the end of the day, with Kyrie coming down the lane, defense got to react. Both of those guys, 40-inch verts. Ryan Kelly, Josh, like your old school stretch four, which is like more normal now. I think we were kind of part of that transition and kind of seeing how the game even evolved after we left school,
Mm-hmm.
to more of a 5 out kind of opportunities where we still had guys posting up, but you had every kind of piece that you needed, um, to be a part of a team that to win a championship.
Yeah.
I just think the injury with Kyrie was unfortunate. We still, like I said, those guys, Kyle and Nolan, they elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
No, it was still a
um,
very good team.
so like it's tough because it's like, yeah, even without Kyle, we were still really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And it was just, at the end of the day, it was just a situation where it was another team's night, because I still
Mm-hmm.
feel like a couple shots go a different way in that game. It's a different type of game.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
when teams are on fire like that, and you see now with the NCAA tournament, guys get on fire, and it's really like, hey, it's nothing you can do right now.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it
yeah.
has
I
to
mean, yeah.
click.
If Derek Williams doesn't lose his mind in the first half, we're probably up 15,
Yeah,
and that game's over.
and it's part of like,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, we played the scouting report to the best
yeah.
to the best of what we were told to play, and at the end of the day, um that's all you really can ask for, because like even when you lose, if you lose doing the wrong things and are not following the scouting report and kind of going off and doing your own thing thinking it's going to get done, that's when it gets tricky. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, we followed the joint to a T, and it just was their night. With that being said, it was their night. So,
Yeah.
um I mean, that I think that team goes undefeated, um, most likely, and
Goes
I,
down as one of the best
I
teams
probably,
ever.
no, I definitely don't play at all. I just back on the bus, and just happy to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
My experience might have been different, but for me, I guess on a personal level, obviously Kai's injury just offered me more opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to play, and he was one of my main supports on helping me like get him to play in shape. Because at that
Mm-hmm.
point I wasn't playing, so I was kind of out of shape, and coach brings me in. It's like, look, man, you're gonna have an opportunity to play, but I can't play you unless you can get up and down and
Yep.
run the team and do what I know you can do. So it took
Mm-hmm.
me about a 2-3 week period of really just like I said, extra running, really focusing on my diet. Kai would order pizza at night and be like, "Yo, you want something?" And he'd be like, I'll be about to tell him something. He'd be like, "Man, nah," like throw a granola bar at my head. Like, but at the same time, it was like for me, it showed how important the brotherhood really was.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, it was honest. It was like, yo, you're not what you could be for us right now, but this, if you do these things, you'll have this opportunity, and then we'll see what you can do with it. So like once I really got in shape, and it was crazy because I ended up working my way into getting my first start versus Maryland at Maryland, which was kind of just like randomly happened that way. Um, it was just it was fun of being a part of that and kind of being able to understand my body and understand like how I kind of fit in with this group that, like I said, was really good
Mm-hmm.
without Kai. And then
Yeah.
obviously, you know, kind of fast forward by the end of that season, that blue squad in practice, we were having some fun, you know. And
Hey,
I
man.
don't want to. I know those practices are on DVD somewhere because we weren't
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
be digital. But it was just like we just kept working. And then when Kai came back from injury, it was our job to kind of like get him back into playing mode and getting that groove back. And I thought we as a group, we did that in the middle of a season, while
hmm
we're trying to compete for the championship. And we did. We won the ACC tournament that year.
Yeah. Yeah, that blue squad was nice, man, because, by by like mid ACC season, like teams are pretty much set up, the starters in the blue squad. Blue squad is the off the bench guys. So, it's you, me, Jig,
Gosh.
Josh, Ryan. Um, did we have Todd? Did we run in with Todd for a while?
We probably had Todd or Casey Peters,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
So
everybody else was on the other team.
so we had that squad going, and then so we had like we were kind of used to playing with each other in practice, and then Kai comes back, and obviously that makes the blue team a whole lot better. So, so yeah, we were running stuff for a couple weeks, man. We were getting some buckets for a little bit. Um, but yeah, so fast forward a little bit to sophomore year, we go to Hawaii, Kansas in the championship game of the Maui Invitational. Back in my day, we didn't lose in the Maui Invitational. uh, game's coming down the wire. You get the ball with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Fling up a wild shot. Legs kicked out, all that.
Yep.
What was that? What was hitting that shot like? What was going through your head? Like you just like, man, I just gotta get a shot up. When you shot it,
Well,
were you like, oh, that's money?
it was crazy because the shot I shot before, I knew I was going to put up because I had felt like I was open on that play throughout the game, and I just hadn't pulled it yet. And I was just like, the next one I get, I'm ready to pull it. So when I hit that one, that one was like the one that kind of gave me that shot was lucky at the end of the day, right? It was
Yeah.
I slowed it down. It's like from the catch to the shot is like 0.2 seconds. I'm caught it at my ankles, and at the end of the day, the best thing I did was hold my follow through up, right?
Yeah.
But that moment for me, it was just kind of like almost like a dream come true because you always just dream of playing in the Maui Invitational, like the old NCAA video games. I create
hmm
a player and I play in the Maui Invitational, and run it up. Whoever I'm signed to, run it up. So it was just like and at the end of the day, it's like that even with that team, I probably people at the time probably would say, "Oh, why is he on the court?" Whatever. But it was like I was out there to try to win and just make some shit happen.
hmm
And it was fun because that competition in that tournament was elite.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we played in these. That team ended up going to the national championship or Final Four, I believe. That Kansas team.
That was a
Uh,
real good team. Yeah.
so it was just like, hey, it was kind of like you dive all the way in, and then once you get out of it, like once I, you know, went back to my phone and my BlackBerry broke, that's when I ended up switching over to iPhone. But it was like, dang, like I was kind of like a big deal with just having.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just like, but I was so thrown in and just like winning the game that
hmm
it didn't hit me until afterwards when it was like, wow, I did something that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's something definitely I cherish forever.
Yeah. I think